The disciple obeyed the guru and became silent at that moment, then turned and went out of the hut. He found it much easier to remain silent. He spent one day silently, but from the second day the burden of not speaking started increasing in his mind. On the third day he started feeling heaviness, and on the fourth day he started feeling a strange uneasiness because all the disciples in the ashram were talking to each other. He also wanted to present his side in front of them. He wanted to stop speaking, but his resolve was in the way. That's why he used only his mouth and eyes to communicate the whole day. In this way, a few more days passed, and that disciple fell ill. His head was exploding. He didn't even feel like eating or drinking. He just wanted to speak. He went to the guru, sat in front of him, and wrote, "Gurudev, I want to speak. I can't breathe without speaking. I am suffocating. I am going insane inside. What should I do? Should I break my resolution?" Guru smiled after reading this and said, "Resolutions are only meant to be broken, but the one who fulfills his resolution increases his inner strength, and the one who increases his inner strength is on the path of society and awakening. Taking the resolution was in your hands, and breaking it is also in your hands. Many of your brothers have broken their resolve and returned to their old routine. If you cannot do it, then you can also break your resolve and go back to your old routine. But remember, if you cannot handle this small resolution today, then how will you handle the rest of your life? The rest of the decision is entirely in your hands." This talk of the guru hurt the heart of that disciple. He went back without saying anything and locked himself in his hut. He would come out of the hut only for his essential needs and would sit inside the hut all the rest of the time. There was a huge hermitage of Gautam Buddha in a village. A famous Buddhist teacher lived there. One of his disciples used to speak a lot. He would talk here and there all the time. When he went to collect donations, he would bring a new story from every house and tell it to the other disciples. The ashram disciples would talk badly about one disciple to another, backbite, and try to look good in front of others. He used to praise himself and always tried to prove himself to be the most intelligent and best in front of the guru. He considered himself different and superior to all the disciples. He said, "I am a child of a rich family. If I wanted, I could have lived a comfortable and full life with many facilities, but I left all that and came here because I have to discover the truth, to know myself, to know life. That's why my sacrifice is bigger than all of you." One day the guru called all the disciples of the ashram and said, "All of you have to take some resolution for the next month. This will strengthen your determination and infuse self-power in you. All of you can take any resolution according to your ability, and if anyone breaks their resolution before the month is over, they will return to their old routine." All the disciples took big or small resolutions according to their power and went away after telling the guru about their resolutions. But the disciple who wanted to show himself as different and bigger went directly to the guru's cottage and said, "I do not want to take any small resolution, but I want to take a big and great resolution like myself. Please tell me what resolution I should take." Hearing this, the guru smiled and said, "Will you be able to fulfill the resolution given by me? Will it be possible for you to complete it? Probably not. That is not possible for you. You will not be able to complete it. That's why you should find a resolution yourself." The disciple said, "No, Gurudev. Whatever resolution you give me, I will definitely fulfill it." The master said, "Okay, then you will keep quiet for the next month and won't say a word. This is your resolution." The disciple said, "Gurudev, is this also a resolution?" "This is very easy. Remain silent for a month. You give me some big resolution worthy of my ability, one that I have a problem fulfilling." Guru said, "First you fulfill this resolution and show it." 15 days had passed, and the resolve of almost all the disciples of the ashram had been broken by now, but his resolve was still on. Since taking the resolution, he had not uttered a single word. The whole ashram was surprised that a person who spoke so much had become silent. After 15 days, he again went to his guru and wrote, "Gurudev, I am silent from the outside, but there are many voices inside me. There is a lot of whining and complaining. I keep talking inside, My mind keeps asking all kinds of questions. The more silent I am from the outside, the noisier I am from within. Is my resolve still intact? The guru said, yes, your resolution is still ongoing. But as long as these voices of people keep falling into your ears, your mind will keep on speaking because it has a habit of speaking. You may be silent on the outside, but you will be speaking on the inside. You have to go away from these things and these voices. The disciple saluted the guru, left his hut in the morning, and went towards the forest. Many days passed. The time of resolution was completed, but the disciple did not return. Everyone in the ashram feared that some wild animal might have eaten him. Meanwhile, many efforts were made to find him, but he was nowhere to be found. All the guru's brothers had assumed that the wild animals had made him their prey, but the guru did not think so. One day, another disciple of the ashram came to the guru and said, "Gurudev, what must have happened to that talkative brother of ours? Could the animals have killed him?" The guru said, "The animals may have made him their prey, but there could be another reason for his non-return. Maybe he got what he went for." Then the disciple asked, "Gurudev, is it so harmful to speak too much?" The guru said, "One of the many miseries of a man's life is that he can never remain silent. He always keeps on saying something or the other. More than half of our miseries arise just because of our speaking. The reason for most quarrels in the family is our meaningless speaking. None of us wants to be silent. We just want to listen to the other person. Whatever is in our mind, we want to take it out and put it into his mind. We want to make him understand that, look, you are wrong and I am right. In this way, everyone is taking the rotten streets of each other. This work of listening and narrating continues throughout life. But in this ignorance, we lose our time, our life, our understanding, and the most important and precious moments which can be lived, experienced, and enjoyed. But what do we get in return? Nothing. Everything becomes futile and wasted. Only a few people realize what we have lost in this madness. Just as other people do not know about their arrival, similarly, they do not know about their departure. The disciple said, "Then what is the solution?" "This is the only way," said the guru. "Watch your thoughts with full awareness. Contemplating all mental problems by staying in the present and doing your work with full awareness brings miraculous changes in life." After that, the disciple, having received answers to his questions, bowed down to the guru and went away. 3 months had passed since that disciple had left the ashram, but there was still no news of him. All the guru's brothers had also given up hope of his return, but one day he returned to the ashram. Everyone's surprise and happiness knew no bounds on seeing him. But now he was not the same as when he left. He had returned as something else. A wonderful change could be felt in him. There was an amazing calmness on his face and great peace in his eyes. As soon as he came to the ashram, all the guru's brothers surrounded him and started talking. He also started talking to them. Everyone who talked to him felt that he was no longer as impatient and talkative as before. Every word came out of his mouth very smoothly and sweetly. After talking to the guru's brothers for a while, he went straight to the guru. He touched the guru's feet and said, "Gurudev, am I still silent? Is my resolution still on?" The guru looked very carefully into the disciple's eyes for some time and said, "Yes, you are still silent. Not a single word is coming out of your mouth, and your resolution is still on." The disciple said, "Gurudev, when I left the ashram, I was silent with my mouth, but there were many voices inside me, many questions in my mind, and they were not stopping. So I went to the forest, hoping that there I would find peace and the chatter of my mind would subside. But the more I went into solitude, the louder the voice inside me grew. I started hearing the old and familiar voice inside me. Only then did I realize how wrong I was when I used to say bad things to my family, friends, and Guru's brothers. At that time, I felt that I was saying the right thing. Even when I used to backbite and make fun of the Guru's brothers, I felt that I was better than them. I found fault with everyone, but never with myself. I wanted everyone to listen to me. But now I realize how wrong I was. There was so much bitterness in my words that I could not live without complaining. I used to quarrel with everyone, but now I realize how much I hurt people. Now I have realized that when we talk too much, we not only hurt others, but we also hurt ourselves. Silence not only increases your understanding, but also gives you the strength to bear your sorrows. Today, I understand this truth, and the fear of silence that I had is gone. Now I feel that in this silence, there is a sense of peace, happiness, love, and an answer to all our problems. Gurudev, I have found silence. Hearing all this, the Guru said, when you take care of your mind's thoughts, when you are aware of your mind's fluctuations, then you can go through any situation, be it sorrow, happiness, anger, or attachment, without getting caught up in it. And when this awareness arises in your mind, you don't say anything that hurts others or yourself. This awareness is the real silence, and it is the silence that brings peace, love, and happiness. Then you don't need to take any resolution. You live with this awareness, and you don't say anything that should not be said. Your silence itself becomes your resolution. This is the highest stage of silence, and you have reached this stage. So today you have got the real silence. Now you can go wherever you want and do whatever you want, but always be aware of your mind's fluctuations. The disciple bowed down to the Guru and with a peaceful mind left the ashram. All the Guru's brothers felt a wonderful change in him, and they all started following his example. Gradually, the atmosphere of the entire ashram became peaceful, and everyone there became engrossed in their practice. The Guru also kept his promise and started guiding everyone on the path of truth, peace, love, and happiness.